Hello and welcome to Middle-Aged Geek Girl. I'm Sally. Today's video is the completed pages and projects for June 2024, as well as your entries for the hashtag event Spooky Japan Cats June. So you will notice I have this finger covered again. I damaged it whilst I was building the book nook, which was the video that was just before this one. Somehow I've done something to sort of like the skin fold that's right on the edge of the nail and the finger, so right there. And yep, on antibiotics, and it's not looking pretty, so to spare your eyes I've covered it. Let's move on. What I have managed to complete for June, I had another good month. It was very much reminiscent of April when I did a lot. So I did 24 colouring pages, no cross stitch or diamond painting. I did 4 brick sets. I think one was a non-Loz and the other 3 were Loz. I built one miniature, which was the book nook, and that was it. Oh, I still got the 5 cross-stitch kits pending, or whip, I should say. The diamond painting whip, which is Jack, and I do have one Loz whip, which I will make a separate video about as to why that is. But I think it's an overall a really good and productive month. So it almost, except I did 2 diamond paintings in April, but it almost parallels how busy I was in April. And I've also managed to clean up some other spaces, so I'm getting really close to being able to start to make jewelry and key rings and things like that again, so that's really exciting. But moving forward, we'll check out the 24 pages I've done. We'll start off with the first 2 books, which are colour by number books. So the first one is this rug hooking book, which is Sun Life Drawing, and this is on my list of books I want to complete for 2024. I've got 4 done in here, and that means I've got 7 more to do. So I think I will definitely get this done by the end of the year. Oh, and there, I think from memory they all go this way this time. This one, and these were done with, I believe, alcohol markers. This one is called Egyptian Diary, and it was from 2020. This one is The Fish Sirens from 2019. I think it says Tomorrow's Wind Will Blow Tomorrow from 2019. And the last one I did was Walk from 2019. So I have mentioned it before every time I show this book. I really do like this version of a colour by number because it's based on rug hooking art, as you can see on the back cover there. So you get like an awesome image to colour. It's not all geometric shapes, yeah, designed to look like a rug, so they're all wonky lines and stuff like that, and I really am enjoying this book. So that was the first one. The second book is this space colouring book from Colour Questopia. I did 4, so I've only got 4 left to do, and yes, this one also will be finished quite easily this year. But yeah, they're not for me, and that's fine. Not every book is going to resonate with every person. So just to show what I did water-based markers and alcohol markers on these. And that one. So yeah, that was the 4 from there. I got 4 to go. Next, we're going to just your non-colour by number colouring books, but the first 3 are ones on my list again, and then the rest of them aren't. They're like just books I chose to colour in. I'm trying to get a nice balance so that I do finish these books, but also like try and show something different every month. So I did this one. No colour scheme in mind. I just picked colours as I wanted to. That's what it looks like on the back. I wanted to go happy and bright because I'd done so many in the grey tones, which I do love. I absolutely love the look of the grey tones, but I wanted to just do, you know, something a little bit. And then after saying that, the next page is this one, which is I used the skin tone markers set of alcohol markers from Ohuhu. I think I chose the ones that started with Y or YR, so yellow or yellow red. So there's plenty more I can do like this with the skin tone ones as well. But I actually really do like the way this one came out, reminiscent of the grey tones one. This one is a skin tones one, and that's it on the back. So you're quite happy with that one too. So I did 2 from this book, which means I've got 6 left. And I think I'll get that done. I've still got 6 months, so even if I do one a month, I'll definitely get that done. This one, glitter colouring book, which is the really stinky book when you start colouring it in. Oh, where is it? There it is. So again, using the skin tone alcohol marker set from Ohuhu, I did this bison. And again, I wish I had smell-o-vision because you can really smell the chemical smell. It's just something about when you colour in over this glitter part, it really sets off a smell. So I did 2 in this book and I have 6 left to go in this one as well. So yeah, even if I just do 1 a month, I'll get it finished. And the second one, okay, just to warn you, it is a spider. So if you've got arachnophobia, look away now. I'll let you know when it's safe to look back. But it was this one. And again, I used the skin tone set from Ohuhu. I'm not a big fan of spiders, but I wanted to colour it and be done with it. So it's done. All right, let me close that up. So it's okay to look back now if you don't like spiders. And don't worry, I'm not going to jump scare or do anything horrible because I completely understand why people don't like them. Especially when you live in Australia and you have massive ones. This one is also on my list and I did 4 from it and I still have 13 to go. So I'm not sure I will actually get this one finished by the end of the year. I think this one was one of my stretch goals. We'll see how it goes, but I can't see it happening. Who knows? Unless I did a whole month purely of just colouring in all the ones I've got to get finished. I may end up doing that yet. I don't know. Let's see. It's whatever takes my fancy at the time, I guess. Here is the first one I did with all just water-based markers, and it's an adorable panda eating their bamboo ramen. That's why it's green. And I found this one. I had to do this one because it's a koala. And I used, again, water-based markers, alcohol markers, and some glitter gel pen. I used some, it's more gel pen, not the glitter version, but just to put some gold in the lanterns. And he's eating from a ramen bowl that's yellow and green or golden green, which is meant to be the Australian colours whenever we do in sports events for some reason. So I just coloured the bowl in those colours. But he's a gorgeous little koala eating his ramen. Then I did a piggy in a barn. Now this one I used alcohol markers, some glitter gel pen and some chalk pastels. So I wanted to do like the large barn area, the pig itself and the grass area in the chalk pastels. And I really actually do like the way these came out. So I'm quite happy with this piece. It's just like his defining features I did in alcohol marker, the bowl and the ramen and all that in alcohol marker. And just a little bit of glitter gel pen in his eyes, or her eyes, or their eyes. I don't know what their pronouns are. Gorgeous glittery blue eyes. So I'm really, really happy with this piece. I think it's adorable. And I've got to start using these other craft supplies. I could get to it again, like I've cleared off some space around that shelf so I can actually get to my chalk pastels, which was really quite handy. So I can use something different besides alcohol markers. And this is the last one from this book I did, which is this mouse, and it is chalk pastels again, alcohol markers and gel pen. But yeah, happy with all of them. So the last 3 books are all ones that aren't on my list. They're ones I just felt like colouring in. In fact, this one is a new one. Now, this was a gift from a good friend, Jane. So I did this page first first. Now I did it mostly as a test page just to see what media I could use and how it would bleed through, because these images or these pages are double-sided, as you can see. So obviously I knew alcohol marker would, so when I've done that you can definitely see alcohol marker has bled through. But the other wet ones I have held up really well, and this is Tombow brush markers or brush pens I did here, and I went over it a number of times and yeah, it hasn't come through at all. So really good with that. So the paper's quite good for holding water-based markers. That's what I wanted to test a lot. And also the Artline Sticks brush markers I have. So yeah, it's not a pretty page by any standards. It was me just testing different things and how many times I could go over it and just to see how it all went. So all of my water-based markers I can use without too much drama. And so knowing that, I then went and did a page, I apologize, 2 pages, trying this out, and yeah, came like it didn't leak through. That's just to show you the back there, so that's pretty good. Now also June, as you may remember, was also Pride month, so I did some things in Pride colours. And this is all done, not all done, my apologies. It's done with glitter gel pens and M.A.G.G brush. So here is your intersex flag on this kitty. I drew a very wonky circle in the middle there. And this, of course, is your original Pride flag colours. And that's all done with gel pens. There was an extra one of these sort of star flower things here, which I don't know if you can see, but I went over with white paint marker because I didn't want it way over there. I thought it looked a bit out of alignment, so I coloured it out. Same here, there was one under here, but I wrote over what the flags were so I knew, and that gave me 1 line of each of the 6 colours. And the other one I did was this one, and this is gel pens and again the M.A.G.G brush markers. Now I coloured in the base, so the full cat in the M.A.G.G brush marker, and same here with this orange part, and then I just went over it with gel pen, like these lines with different coloured gel pens. Again, I don't know if the glittery bits are going to show, but hopefully they can, or even like the transition between the different colours of the glitter gel pens I used, just to try that one out. So thank you again to Jane for this book. I have started it, so I've actually started a new book for the year. I think that's the 2nd new book I've started for the year. So this one is Kawaii Kitties. I did 2 in here, if I can open it. So this one, I don't know what I was doing. I was getting all philosophical one night while colouring. So all the little baby kitties are done with the Ohuhu skin tone marker set. I've really been enjoying the colours in that one, so I've gone a bit mad with using it on everything. And the cat is done in greens and blue and some brown as glitter gel pen. And I've written Mother Earth cat hugging her children. Like she's meant to say Mother Earth is hugging children of all colours. Yeah, I was getting really weird and philosophical. This was on the 8th of June, so early in the month. I don't know. I must have been just feeling in a sappy mood or something. So I coloured it like this. Weird. I get these moods, I guess, occasionally. And this one, I love this one. This one I used, I'm pretty sure it's glitter gel pens and alcohol markers. So it's a Japanese scene, a Maneki Neko Sakura, your lovely pot of tea. I just love it. Really pretty. One more book to go. And I did 3 in this one, and it's Cats and Cat Cafes. This one. So this one, I think, yeah, I did very, very early in the month. And I'll show it anyway, because when I do muff-ups, you've got to see the muff-ups as well. So I did this on the 3rd of June. I started it with my water-based markers. I was really quite happy. Started off with these, like, little yellowy white flowers I did. And then I started to do the purple ones. And I picked picked up the absolute wrong colour to do the middle of the flowers. I mean, looking at it now, it doesn't look too bad. It could have probably, if I kept going, maybe made it a bit more subtle, but I just really started hating it when I looked at it and went, oh, it's disgusting. So I wrote a haiku. It's called The Wrong Colour Haiku, and I wrote that over here. And it trying to add depth. The burgundy was so wrong. No more colouring. So that is your profound haiku for when I stuffed up this page. So I turned it into a haiku. But not all of them can be winners. You've got to show your losers or your pages you're really unhappy with sometimes as well. So I went, next day I did this one, and again for Pride Month, this is your transgender flag. I know the blues and the pinks aren't exact, but I got it as best as I could using the supplies I had. So I've got gel pen, water-based markers and alcohol markers. So yeah, I use the gel pens to do just like highlights on each of the items. But yep, that's a transgender flag there. So this is a shout out to J.K. Rowling, and I hope it pisses you off significantly. And the last one I did in this book is this one, and alcohol markers, water-based brush markers and glitter gel pen. So it's a very cute tiger, and I like this one too. I'm enjoying using water-based markers. I'm using them a bit more now just to try and get the smoothness and not the splotchiness that you can get with them, like the streaking. For some things I don't mind if it streaks, because I think it gives texture to like flowers and things like that, so I don't mind as much. You can sort of see maybe here where I went over it a second time, it started to smooth out really beautifully. So if I wanted to go over a second time, it would have worked and looked really good, but I don't care about the streakiness if it's a textural thing. The tiger, of course, I did with, once again, the Ohuhu skin colour markers. But yep, really like it. And that was the last one for the month. So they're the pages and projects I did for June 2024. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know what you thought. Do you have a favourite? Leave me a comment. I love to hear from you, and I always respond. And as always, if you don't know what to say, leave an emoji. If this is your first time watching my channel, or if you've been a long-term viewer but haven't done so already, if you could please subscribe, that would help me out immensely. And if you could also hit that like button and the notification bell. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, I do have a Ko-fi and a Patreon account set up, and the details are up here on screen. But that's it from me and my things. Stay tuned for the rest of the video for your entries in the hashtag event Spooky Japan Cats June. And just a reminder that July is up and running. It's open for everything, not just colouring, so craft, arts of all sorts. So yeah, I'd love to see what you do. So stay tuned for your entries for June, and that will be it for me. So until next time, please stay safe, stay weird, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.